Good morning. Rather early Monday morning. Well, this is supposed to be my new sleeping pattern. Technically, I'm late to the party. A little bit. So, my new sleeping schedule seems to be working out. I'll know by tomorrow morning, though. I will be streaming for only a couple of hours because I'm already a few late. It's 2:45. So, we'll be going until 5. Maybe a little into 5. But definitely want to cut myself off by 6 in the morning because I still do need to get some sleep before we I need to get some sleep before I have to get up and get ready for work midday tomorrow. Hence my current sleeping pattern plan. I've got a lot of structure in my day because I only work, my day job is 1 day a week. I lost my day job back in December because of red tape and bureaucracy, and I managed to get it back a couple of weeks ago, and the paperwork's finally cleared and I'm re-employed officially. My day job starts last Tuesday. I think my site leader has actually pulled some magical strings for me too, by the way, and has got me some back pay because I have been working prior to that point, which I bless her for that actually, because it really does help. Either way, I've got my day job back. Tuesday, well, it's not Tuesdays, it's every Monday into Tuesday. I work midday, usually until midnight. It's an hour's drive there, 6 hours work, an hour's drive back. But because of how I work and the reason I have that schedule is that I will just sit there for hours past my rostered time and I'll tinker. I'm very much a fiddler when it comes to computers, so you'll find me, if I get stuck on a problem, I'm there till closing time, basically. Everyone's already gone home, all the meetings are finished, even the principal's just gonna be leaving, and she comes and knocks and makes sure I'm still not passed out, that I'm still alive. Usually tells me to bugger off. But, hence, the sleeping pattern plan. Because I start at midday, I get home at usually about midnight, after an hour or two of unpaid overtime because I'm lost in my own mess. Even if okay, let's assume I'm on time. Midday, I have to be getting ready and leaving for work. So work actually starts 2 p.m. I think it is my rostered time. But the hour's drive there, of course, I need to be up and heading down earlier. Then they have the 6 hours that leaves until 8. Even if I'm on time, if I behave and I actually leave on time, I should be getting home by 9. Usually maybe 10 or 11 is not too uncommon. My plan is that even on days I work, I want to get home, cook dinner or grab takeout, and then stream for those next couple of hours. Especially, it's the wrong time slot, but there's a lot of things I'm missing on the Mondays too. Sparkle does raft Mondays, which I got like 2 raft sessions in and that was it. But that's gonna be the new sleeping pattern I try and aim for. So here we are, one day before work, forcing myself to try and fit that sleeping pattern in practice. It'll also allow me to join people like Jonathan Raymaker, hopefully Tone Dust, Flicky, and Valley might be able to get our Deep Rock Galactic back together. But so many connections I lost when I lost my sleeping pattern in my schedule. Because a lot of people I stream with and a lot of people I talk with here online are from the London time zone, is what I call it. Let's actually switch over soundtracks here. We'll get ourselves logged in. What's my password? Actually forgot my password there for a second. I'm a little late to the party, sadly. I don't even have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee with me today. I'm forcing myself to not have one actually. Because I know if I go make one, it'll give me another burst of energy that I don't need. Point. Oh, I found out the mystery meat. That's right. I should actually message about that in the Discord because I was sent like a tirade of messages the other day. All about this mystery steak that I had in the fridge, and I cooked it and it was beautiful. I got 2 more because the moment I walked into the butcher's, I spotted it immediately. The bright red marinade cannot be mistaken. Let's go to the dinner menu here. Verdict is in. It was a barbecue plum pork steak cat. Oh, before I forget, get rid of that. Alrighty. Play cinematic. Just any? The cinematic? We get to pick. The storm is coming. Imperial throne lies empty. Apparently one of this. Just the cinematic? Oh, it would have been nice if this was actually a reveal to show each of the zone cinematics, because every time you spawn in a zone, it gives you a gorgeous cinematic of the area, and a brief description of the turmoil and troubles that are plaguing it. Maybe we go through them in order. It's the 582nd year of the era. Reaches roar. Thank you, sub. I mean, technically, for all intents and purposes, we are deaf. The subtitles are coming in handy. Need to figure out. Raj! Look at that. The Queen's Eyes. Here, is it the Queen's Eye? I think so. It's here in the trailer. I do believe we just wandered past Meek the Liar there. Is that Gratwood? That's Gratwood. Gratwood has the... That's an island. What island is to the northwest of Gratwood that has the Iliad Tower on it? Or actually, those towers seemingly predate Iliads. A couple of texts that read about the gods convening in some of those white gold towers is interesting to conceptually think through. And given that the white gold tower, I guess it's not really too much of a retcon, because it's known as the White Gold Tower built by the Aliens. I believe up until Oblivion. Although I think there might be some conflicting scholar texts on that regard, since it's known as the White Gold Tower of the Aliens, but I believe the Aliens are written to have inherited the White Gold Tower from the 8 divines back then. But it's written, a similarly designed tower is where the divines, the Hydra, convene in a tower known as, what is it called? What's the tower called they convene in?
Team members, you both know this.
That's what we were doing.
Again.
It's not just superstition, Soraville. We need outside perspective.
So, what? We just randomly recruit the next adventurer that passes by?
Hello.
I'm sorry, Lord, but I'm too old and I know too much. We need an impartial eye.
Oh. Do I not have this quest anymore? The Adria convene in Adamantine Tower, which I actually think we should have access to the Adamantine Tower, right? And it's somewhere up here in Bankakorai. I forget exactly where. I think we should have access to Adamantine Tower. I'll have to look up the location of it. I kind of want to chase it down if we have access. Deleted the quest because of the storms. I do remember, he's meant to have a quest marker and he doesn't. But I think that's because before it was an active quest, now it's a inactive quest. He's a quest giver. I turn that on, he has the black one, not the white one. Because the white one is the active quest. If we turn that back off, he's hidden. It's a nice little way for me to wander around without feeling like I'm being pestered by every NPC with the spoken dialogue. By removing the little icon above their head that just signifies they have a reason to talk to me, I can just mentally blank doing everything. Being a completionist can come later. Right now I'm sort of playing at my own pace. That was the only difference though. Because before we spoke to a drunkard down the road who told us about this incident, so when we got here, we already had the quest. Let's get paid. 7,000 for Kuta, 2,500 for Spade Tail, and 3,500 for Silverside Fish. That all said, I have 14 fish on me, and I did want to do some more fishing today, but I also think we should get through this quest. Finally.
And just like that, Oriel provides. Greetings, Caraval. I am Chief Juris Reeve Tarnamir of the Divine Prosecution. Or at least I was, in the long ago. I know this is unorthodox, but perhaps you'd be interested in helping us.
Helping how?
As you can see, a murder took place here. My protégés, Lorne and Soraville, came to investigate, but I fear they may lack perspective. The particulars of this murder... Forgive me, I'm getting ahead of myself. They need fresh eyes. Yours, I believe.
I won't dwell too long. We did this
You would
morning,
take on
but-
the duties of the Adminan, the listening eye. An auspicious role. The Adminan serves as the fulcrum, balancing competing theories. They also collect evidence, interview suspects and the like. What do you say?
Yo. Okay.
I thank the Divines that you've agreed to help. This murder weighs heavy on all of us. The victim, Alamorian, was not well liked. Many locals may lift a glass to his passing. But the assassin, the Ghost of the Green, that's altogether different.
So, in case you didn't miss it, the two investigators, the two Justicars on the case, have a lot of history with the Ghost of the Green in the past. This is another murder by the Ghost of the Green, which brings up all of this old history and all of this old controversy from a previous case. I will give you the TLDR because we spent like 10-15 minutes on this morning, but we've got Justicar Lorne and Justicar Soraville both here, and the murder victim, who Ember is politely treading on, with the signature of the Ghost of the Green, the palm frond.
So you'll be joining us. Good. Call me Lorne. No need for flowery titles. We Altmer have too many names already. I'm glad you're here. Outsiders often make the best adminins. A fresh pair of eyes will be essential here. More central than usual. It's a long and depressing story, one I'm not keen to recount. For now, just know that whoever murdered Halimorian took great pains to make it look like the work of the Ghost of the Green, a killer that Soraville and I apprehended decades ago.
There's the first twist, being that it isn't actually the Ghost of the Green, and that the case from history apparently was actually solved. Which brings into more mystery about who the actual... obviously a copycat killer, like Rob Burton said. But who, we don't know anymore, since the only clues we have, I suppose Lorne will tell us.
The ghost always left a signature to let us know it was him. He killed each victim with a single wood elf arrow to the heart, then laid a fern over the body. The fern is here, but the shot was sloppy, and the arrow is of high elven make. It's odd.
And there you go. She's honestly done most of the investigation for the actual murder herself. All I have to do is go and investigate the surrounding witnesses and find out anything they might have missed.
I need to examine the body in more detail. Can you do a sweep of the vineyard? If you find anything, blow this whistle. It also might be worth questioning people in town. They'll be more forthcoming with an outsider.
Again, absolutely dispute that. All of you elves have been nothing but odd towards anyone, including each other. But I digressed. And blue. Welcome in, Gradgar. Tone, thank you for paying your tithe to the Bird Empire. Nice.
Don't believe the rumors. Prince Naaman died protecting the Queen in the orrery.
That's odd. Or did you throw your voice? That was very weird. Lonway, have we met?
It really is too bad about Halimorian. I told him he shouldn't be so free with his politics. It's a different climate now, after all. You have to watch what you say around people. On the upside, it's good to be rid of a rival vintner.
I see you've already raised a glass in his honor. At the risk of repeating myself, though, this is where we left off because the internet cut out during this conversation, so I'll pick up like normal from here instead of explaining things. But it does make her a suspect, yes. I don't actually know when my internet cut off. If you're a business rival, I suppose that gives you direct interest in having him taken out. Either as a means to inherit the land, purchase the land, I suppose, or just take out the competition if he had no heir to the Empire.
Oh, darling, you're a bit late to the party if that's why you're here. I already submitted my statement to the Revelators, and my alibi is thrice confirmed. To be honest, the only reason I'm still here is to find one of my servant girls.
One of your servants went missing at a time of murder? One of your servants, possible suspect, went missing?
Yes, a charming young wood elf named Farrell. I only recently brought her on. She used to work for the late Halimorian, but there was some kind of incident. I don't know the details.
So one of your servants, a rival to Halimorian, went missing, and now Halimorian's dead. Not only that, but she has history with him. Right, tell me more.
According to my other servant girl, she often came back here to visit the friends she left behind. She'd attend Bosma suppers, midday revels in the grape fields, that sort of thing. I encourage my girls to take time for themselves, within reason.
Right. If I see her after she's reported to the authorities, I'll be sure to let her know you can.
Aren't you a cherry blossom? That would be lovely. Take care, Karen.
I almost expected her to say serum. Have a look at her fingers on the goblet. When will game characters be able to hold things normally? You cannot tell me for a second She is not holding that normally. That is such a high elf grasp on such a high elf goblet that I could not have done better myself. Not only that, I mean, she does talk like she holds the goblet, doesn't she? The only thing that's missing is a pinky out. Right, well. There's not a clue over there, so we're just gonna go see if there's anyone else in the vineyard that needs talking. I don't actually know. I think there's only 2 people to talk to. Then you have the vineyards themselves. Battle flag. Oh. I guess she's not the suspect then.
Another body. Delightful.
Oh dear. Blood on her hands and blouse. But no slashing wounds. This doesn't fit the pattern. The ghost always kills with a bow. This was spur of the moment. Unexpected. Maybe she fought back.
Why do you insist on puzzling these things over like an femme? You know the death memory ritual. It's a simple...
Enough, Soraville. You know that's forbidden. Admin, look around and see if you can find the source of this blood.
Source of the blood? Okay. She fell facing that way. So if she is looking this way, we can assume the killer might have wanted this way. And the map icon says to go. There's a certain amount of taking where to go in this game. I do really want to at some point play through Daggerfall, because I'm really looking forward to actually genuinely doing problem solving when it comes to directions and quests and stuff like that. Daggerfall doesn't have a map marker. The best you'll get is there will be an NPC in Daggerfall who will mark a place on your map, which does nothing but give a building a name. You still have to know where the building is. So if you go to someone and say, hey, where's the nearest inn? They can tell you where the pig and stick is, but, well, if you're not paying attention, you still have to physically find a bar called the Pig and Stick. Otherwise, just wandering around like you were before you asked. One of the reasons I do love old games, though, they don't hold your hand. I did start playing Riven a little while ago. Riven, the sequel to Myst. And one of the things I really am looking forward to doing is genuinely translating the language of Dini. I refuse to call it Dunny. It's Dini.
Doing something with Magic-y?
I've actually started translating the language of Dini, but I forgot where I put my notes on it. So I would genuinely be starting from scratch. In a complete wrong way around this cliff. Apparently we just went the wrong way. Oh my lord. Can we get up here? How did we miss this? Oh. Secret path that I can't get in. Here we go. Actually a secret path. I genuinely actually wouldn't have found this if I was looking. Nothing? Okay, oh, there we go. Laggy. There we go. To walk past the... I couldn't interact with it because I had to walk that way past the lantern to trigger this part of the quest. Got it. I do like when games let you figure stuff out for yourself. It's probably the most fun I've had with the Elder Scrolls, is genuinely being given the chance to figure out all of these murder mysteries. And not so murder mysteries as in the case of High Isle. It's been absolutely amazing being able to just ponder on what happened, who did it, like your own little version of Cluedo, with or without the murder. And it's genuinely, like, none of them had been tacky, like, oh, I saw that coming, oh, of course it's him. It's never been like the guy in the hood rubbing his hands together greedily in the background. It's always people. They give you a wide variety of people who all have motives, and they give you a wide variety of people who fit the description, and then they just let you go. In this case, less of the latter. There's not so many people that fit the description here. All we know is that it's a copycat killer, and the murderer they're copying is called the Green of the Man or something. No, I didn't listen, did I? Green Pact guy. Not the Green Lantern. There we go, we'll call him Not the Green Lantern. Not the Green Lantern. Apparently a decade ago was committing murders here. And he's returned. But this time with high elf arrows. Suspicious.
You found something? So did I. It looks like Fariel was strangled, not stabbed. This blood must be the attacker's. A sickle? Blood on the blade. She must have used it to defend herself. Then the attacker hid it. This blood could be the key.
The fact it's a high elf arrow really doesn't narrow it down. It does shine light on the possible motive, though, which could be any one of the Ardmeri Dominion members who, well, actual Altmer supremacists who perhaps don't want allegiance with Khajiit and Wood Elves, maybe trying to frame the Wood Elves for having done something nasty. Probably the most likely motive, but if we have blood, do we have forensics in the second era?
I intend to, yes. I'm a fair hand at alchemy. You'd be surprised how useful it can be in my line of work. I've caught more killers with flasks and alembics than I have with any sword. My husband used to say Sorry.
Alchemy's a fairly decent compromise for forensics. I don't really know how it works. I dare not question it. I know I've made my fair share of potions using Daedra hearts. So, to each their own. You were saying?
I suppose it's past time I told you. The ghost murdered 17 people before we caught him. His last victim was my husband. Soravil's wife committed suicide when she heard the news. They were having an affair, you see. It was a difficult time.
This is what the Justicar meant when he said history and then immediately bailed on that explanation.
It's fine, I just... Now you see why we needed a neutral party. Enough. Let's get back on task. I'd like you to search Halamorian's villa. It's just southwest of here. He was unpopular. If we can find out why, we might be able to establish motive.
Okay. I guess I'm being given legal... Legal something. What do you call it? What's the... something immunity. Diplomatic immunity? Oh, running with it? Although I don't think that's the case. Does diplomatic immunity give you the power to break and enter for the point of an investigation? Is it even breaking and entering? I mean, it's not like I've been given the role of a Justicar. Actually, I do think the old Justicar guy might have read out my role in this service. It was only like 10 minutes ago. I'd have already forgotten if he actually read out... Like, I don't know if I gained the rights of a Justicar temporarily or something. I'm probably not remembering that correct at all. Okay. We'll continue. We're legally allowed to trespass today. And, wait, I'm sorry, what? Corruption of the blood. By a true son of Odmerius. For millennia, we Outmer have safeguarded a divine legacy, where all that remains of the old Eleanor butchered that. Elnofe. We were entrusted by the Yatada to preserve what they sacrificed so much to create. That is Aedra to most of the... With the Septim dynasty, Yatada is Aedra, are the 8 divines. We were entrusted by the Yatada to preserve what they sacrificed so much to create. And this is where the Outmer, I believe, consider themselves the direct lineage of the Aliens, and therefore direct lineage of the Aedra. Some of the Aedra, maybe Lorcan, I'd forget. No, because humans consider Lorcan. Excuse me, sorry. Oh god. Lorcan is the one... technically... I do have to think, this is actually stretching my memory. The Yatada has been written to describe Aedra only, but the Aedra were the people who created the realm of Mundus, Nirn, and the mortal realm as we know it. The Daedra were those who refused, tricked by Lorcan. I believe it was Magnus who held council at the Adamantine Tower, and they tore Lorcan asunder into pieces. I think it was his soul or his heart was thrown down to Nirn. It created some landmark. And the 2 moons in the sky are representations of his body being torn in twain. But I forget. It's weird because the Outmer still worship the Yatada, the translated Aedra, to my knowledge. But they also shun Lorcan for having brought men upon the Mer's domain. So I don't know if I'm not just well versed enough on that. It's written as much here. We were entrusted by the Yatada to preserve what they sacrificed so much to create. Those who have remained true to our traditions have kept the heritage pure and our civilization unspoiled. Those who have strayed from the path of the Outmer laid out for us, on the other hand, have been debased. They have become degenerates, unrecognizable from the divines that created them. There you go. They're also like shunning some of the divines as well. Those who would call themselves Mer beyond these sacred isles are nothing but the twisted remains of the Ultima. When you look into the ruddy eyes of a dark elf, do you see anything of yourself there? Of course not. Again, a miracle how the Ardmeri Dominion as a faction has stayed together. Well, I won't go into why I think the High Elves managed to keep all the other people together. All you see are the ashes of something greater, utterly destroyed by the false prophet Veloth, and shaped into repugnant shadows by the Daedra he served. When you see the hideous, malformed orcs, do you see a creation of the Aedra? No, what you see is only the feculence of Boethia. Leaving so loathsome that they had to sculpt their own dung god from filth to give their existence any meaning. But it is not just these pitiable wretches who we must learn from. For it is not only those who are foolish enough to be seduced by the Daedra who threaten to warp our way of life. Look upon the Wood Elf and see how even the misguided worship of the divines can pervert our lineage. There is a difference between appreciating the forest and becoming a beast. Now these wayward cousins are barely more than savage barbarians who hurt that, devour their own kin. Skepticism press X to doubt. I don't even think historically in the other Elder Scrolls I read, there has never been a scholarly script on the Wood Elves engaging in cannibalism. I am grateful none of the first folk remain to see how corrupted their perfection has become. Yeah, the High Elves are full of themselves. They believe they're the only race that can ascend to sainthood, yet the only person in the history of forever who has ever done that. You've got demigods, Dagoth I guess technically achieved some form of semi-godhood, demi-godhood status. Vivek definitely got close, if not achieved it, through his understanding of Chim. And then the only one who properly ascended seems to be Tiber Septim, turned Talos. Which does put a twist of irony that I don't know what race Dagoth was, but so far, out of all of the races of people who have ascended to some kind of godhood, we at least have a confirmed Dunmer and an Imperial/Nord mix. The Septim line's a weird mix of things, but none of them, as far as I'm aware, Dagoth is not an Altmer. It does put a twist of irony that the Altmer still consider themselves the only people who can ascend to sainthood. The lesson is clear. To stray, even slightly, from the ways of our ancestors will have dire consequences. Knowing that, can you acquiesce to throwing open the gates and welcoming corruption into these holy lands with a smile? The unforeseen queen is the harbinger of our destruction. We must resist her heresy. You're sure Halimerian wasn't doing some spicy green pact man himself? I've already forgotten the name of the damn guy. What are we here for, besides this chest? Welcome in, Cube. I do apologize. I'm lost in a book. Oh, another chest. Oh. No, you didn't... Nothing happened, sir. I'm legally allowed to be here. I'm investigating. A Lauren way? No one and a locked door. Lovely. Set of bottles of something. I assume wine. I don't imagine many high elves would keep port. I am not following in the slightest what I'm meant to be doing here. I can't talk to you. I don't see a quest marker. I'm feeling a little... See a quest marker! Letter to Tanamir. Rubel of Tanamir, I understand you received a formal complaint from the Wood Elf community regarding my associations with numbers. Handsome Wood Elf maid named Farrell. Please believe me when I say that this entire matter is a tragic misunderstanding, blown wildly out of proportion by their lack of education and inherent brutish biases. I assure you, I have treated the Wood Elves with all of the respect they deserve and never laid a hand on Farrell. Even so, it is our burden to make our new guests feel as welcome as possible. Therefore, in order to address any lingering concerns, I have dismissed Farrell from her indenture. I sent her to one of my local competitors, a lieutenant of yours, I believe, with a ringing endorsement. I hear she has found comfortable employment there and is quite pleased with the outcome. As an additional gesture of goodwill, I will be sending a gift to my new Wood Elf neighbor. As you well know, our labors rely on tight communal bonds of fraternity and love. I hope the steps I've taken will be sufficient. Harmoniously yours, Alamorion. Go. Plea of innocence or something else? Perhaps a genuine bond of truce of some kind. Before we continue, I need to just Can't stay long. Wanted to stop by to say thank you for the inspiration. You encouraged me on the cube content. Finally made the YouTube channel. Thought you'd like to know I finally started it. That's actually brilliant. Whisper the link of the video and decide whether to share it or not. Absolutely. If you are still here, I'll try and grab the link, but I don't know how to do that on mobile. But feel free to post it. YouTube links are allowed. Ooh. I think I found out where the whispers are. So, for everyone who doesn't know, Cube here has either previously or always wanted to start a channel. Rubik's Cube was the conversation I remember we had, but I don't remember if it extended to other puzzle boxes and other physical puzzles of the kind. Rubik's Cube I definitely remember being the one because it's basically literally tied to your name. I do apologize. Going back a few months though. So there's the link. 3x3 Rubik's Cube tutorial, episode 1. So he started a channel. I actually, what the, oh my lord. You've got some impressive editing already, damn. How do I get the bell on YouTube? Yeah, this is what I get for being on. I'll have to have a proper look later. But that link right there in chat is to the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. And you are interested in including other puzzles? I'll be looking out for those. I need to figure out, I don't have... Let me actually open the app proper here. Have a look. Good. Bell. There we go, the bell's in the app. Ooh, you've got gameplay stuff too. Absolutely, give you look. It's got some craft mechanic playthrough. A quick tip about deleting stuff with. There you go. Are you planning to do? I see you've got like other stuff there that's a bit longer as well. Are you planning to do long game content as well as the puzzle stuff? Honestly, seeing the editing just on the link you sent in the first 30 seconds, I'm curious to keep an eye out for what you're uploading. And anyone else? Oh, you've got some raft stuff. Let me have a look. There's rafts. The 3x3 Rubik's, and I think that was it. The raft one was 4 days ago. It's Raft Mechanic Playthrough. Is that the name of the playthrough? Raft Mechanic? You've got some stuff going back quite a while. I have no idea. I remember you saying you wanted to make the puzzle stuff. I didn't know you already had a channel going. I'll definitely have to give this a look out. I keep a playlist of stuff that I usually run overnight just for a bit of ambient noise while I'm sleeping. I get weird dreams if I don't influence what my dreams are about. Weird story. So there's some text on my AFK screen right now. If I just flick that on. 2 days ago, I had a dream about cleaning out my fridge, and in my fridge was a giant glass bowl of Twinkies, and the bowl was filled with Greek yogurt. That was the whole dream. Apparently, I have accidentally gone to the stream start instead of the stream AFK screen, but the message still showed up all the same. And now the audio is broken and beautiful. OBS, please. Yes, I know, Skatebird's playing. Get rid of Skatebird, please. Oh my lord. It's stupid, OBS. Stop it. I don't even have the intro music set for the start screen, and it played it in the start screen. What's your problem? Why does this happen? OBS randomly just messes up the audio and I have no way to fix it. It's playing something that isn't enabled. I can't turn it off, it's already not enabled. It just sits there, playing in the background. Ugh. Is this what's causing it? I just have to mute the music because there's no other way to fix it. Ah. There is a fix, and I refuse to do it. It's killing OBS and starting it again. And I hate that that's the only way to actually do this. I genuinely don't know which version of this playlist is playing. It could have been... because I hit my hotkey to go AFK, which then loaded the intro screen. Both of those have the same playlist selected. Well, I know which one's causing it. It's the AFK screen causing it. There is no music playing in the AFK screen, but when I go to my scene, it's fixed. It's fixed! Oh! Okay, yay? Good? Can I turn it back? No, I can't. I have to load the AFK screen and then back to the regular stream. And it's fine until I go AFK again. Oh boy, brilliant program. It's the premier leading program for streaming, and yet I can't complain. It's free. It is literally free. I complain. But it just feels like the leading program shouldn't be this easy to break when you're meant to be using it on a daily basis, please. It can't just be my system, surely. Okay. Back to what I was saying. Please go give Spastic Cube a follow. His YouTube channel has a lot of stuff there, and you did clarify, it's not Raft, it's Scrap Mechanic with a Raft mod. I think I've actually seen Jonathan Raymaker do the Raft mod too. But I would definitely be giving that a look. a little later today. I'm gonna try and grab the channel link. I jump back. So, I believe... I'm sorry, I read the vanity URL there. What's my name at Gmail? I love that, but go give Spastic Cube a look. Give him a subscribe and keep an eye out for some more of that puzzle stuff coming up. I genuinely love that I used to be able to solve a puzzle, Rubik's Cube. The 3x3 Rubik's Puzzle Cube was one of the
You're
easiest...
the one who stopped the Maomar offensive. Divines bless you.
You? The 3x3 Puzzle Cube was one of the first ones I ever learnt because the pattern is repetitive. I'll be curious to actually go through and see if I can remember it before I watch the video, at which point I actually need to dig my Rubik's Cube out. Good thinking. I don't even know if I have one. I might have left it at Mum's for the grandkids. But back to not scuffed streaming, right? Never scuffed? Here we go.
Sorry, I don't mean to be checking up on you. I just think better when I walk. And the blood is still simmering in the alembic. It will be some time before I have the results. Did you find anything of use in Halamorian's villa?
Very interesting book about someone lamenting the fact the Ardmeri Dominion is incorporating more than the Ardmeri. And also a letter. Halamorian might have been abusing his Wood Elf workers? It alleges that he's treated them fairly, but the implication is that he wasn't.
From what I hear, the accusations are almost certainly true. So, Halamorian was making unwanted advances. Of course.
Reading into that a bit more than I was, but I suppose that, again, is the implication. Halamorian is definitely writing from a defensive position, as something to defend.
The original ghost murder spree started with a high elf farmer who took liberties with his Bosmer laborers. We never published the details of that investigation. It can't be a coincidence. This new ghost must be someone in the know. Someone close.
Well, who was on the investigation team a decade ago? Are there even likely people still around that would even remember besides the direct, the Justicars yourself and... Get his name? Soraville?
None that I'm keen to share, not yet anyway. For now, let's go with what we know. The Wood Elves have motive. Soraville went down to the cottage east of here to look around. Meet him there, and see if you can shake anything loose. I have to think.
What about the old Justicar? He said he used to be on the team. A decade ago, I imagine that was the case. I have a marker. This way. So, someone in the know, or someone very similarly motivated, I suppose. In that regard, you said you fought the green guy last time? But that begs the question, what happened? Was he locked up or something else? I assume he was locked up, probably being perfectly honest. In the second era, punishment for murder, especially mass murder, would have likely been the gallows. Or worse. I don't think that's a stretch. It seems safe to say, and everyone seems to be assuming, that it is not the same person reoffending. How many of the victims' immediate relatives are still left remembering the incident, though? Probably be my next question.
I assure you, Chief, it would bring me no joy to unleash our revelators on your new home, but I'll have to unless you let us take a look around.
Fine. But just one of you, your partner. Do your work, then leave us in peace.
One, then. I'll be sure to report your compliance to the Divine Prosecution.
Like we have a choice in the matter. Come, join me for a meal. Meat's fresh enough.
Delightful.
So, Bosmer, not too happy with the High Elves living in High Elf County. They go completely supernova massive brain. What if it's not a High Elf trying to incriminate a Wood Elf? What if it's a Wood Elf trying to incriminate a High Elf by pretending to be a High Elf incriminating a Wood Elf? By being a copycat killer for the Green Lantern Man. Sorry, Disney, not the Green Lantern Man. By being a copycat killer for a Bosmer mass murderer over a decade ago, but also using High Elf arrows. Honestly, either side could be playing the other. It's a means to try and get some sort of foothold politically. How's the meat?
I suppose I'll stay here to break bread with the Chief while you have a look around. Not the way I wanted things to go, but we will simply have to adapt.
Lauren mentioned some aspects of the case remind her of your first encounter with a ghost.
Ah, yes. I hadn't even thought of that. A corrupt High Elf merchant and an abused Wood Elf girl. There are certainly similarities.
Copycat killers being fairly thorough, that doesn't bring up any suspicions immediately to your mind?
I find everything suspicious. Whoever this killer is, they've obviously acquainted themselves with the ghost's history and methods. We kept most of those details secret, but unscrupulous revelators routinely sell those details to enthusiasts.
How do you keep the details of 17 murders and their motives secret? That sounds like a government cover-up. No wonder people don't trust the High Elves. I'm surprised your own people don't trust them. I'm genuinely baffled by that sentiment. You had someone murder 17 people in a small Somerset town, and you thought it was a good idea to just go hush-hush?
Honestly, I think this is the work of a deranged and obsessive mind. One of these Wood Elves read about the Ghost of the Green, saw an opportunity for cultural glory, for immortality, and seized it. Even so, Lorne and I have to be sure.
So you're in on the Osmer pretending to be a... Or... No, yes, you're in on the triple... Well, you're in the massive big brain theory of a Bosmer using High Elf arrows to pretend to be a High Elf who's pretending to be the Green Pact. I called it before you did, though. I get to coin it. Either way, though... Whose house is this? Wait, where are we?
Anything at all that could link this clan, or one of its members, to the murders of Halamorian or Fariel. None of these Wood Elves held Halamorian in high regard. We just need to find out if that enmity led to murder.
I don't even know whose house this is. You still have a marker. Shit.
I suppose I'll stay here to break bread. Huh, here. Honestly, I think this is the work of a deranged and obsessive mind. One of these would... Anything at all that could link this... Operate under the assumption that the killer was here, or still could be. Question everything you see and hear, and look out for any overt or subtle references to the Ghost of the Green.
It? that still didn't answer whose house this. Is this like a communal house for the Bosmer?
I must finish this.
Who are you? Are you with the Divine Prosecution? My husband warned me you might come poking round.
He had suspicions of being investigated. For what reason would he be suspicious?
Halamorian hated us. He abused our children and tried to drive us off. Of course the High Elves would suspect us. And our son Kellan, he... Never mind, please just go. We don't want to...
No, continue.
Yes, I'm sure. Look, you're free to look around. Just try to... We're simple men, we don't have much. Halamorian may have been a cruel bigot, but none of us would ever murder him for it. I swear.
You were starting about your son. Is your son in the house? Ralorion? What a name. The Wood Elves aren't any better than the Bosmer in that way. Elves and the Bosmer, same thing. The Wood Elves aren't any better than the Altmer in that regard. You ever heard an Altmer name in its complete length? Absolute nightmare. Oh, right. The Ghost of the Green, the book, just here, on the nightstand, by these two reading chairs. By Trethane Ines, we children of the Sap recognize many great heroes. Elfonor of Barkhorn, the Many Tails Wolf, Uldinor of Bowbrow, and others. But no hero, living or dead, rivals the glory of Zen's Avenger, the Ghost of the Green. Unlike the shiny, boasted heroes of men and mirth, the ghost stalks through the furrows of history quietly, only occasionally drawing back his mighty bowstring to smite the enemies of the Green. But he sure seemed to lack actually being anywhere in Gratwood, that's what. His spirit is timeless, but his patience is thin. When our people call upon him with sacrifices of dear hearts and boar tusks, a righteous execution follows soon after. This isn't some kind of sanguine pact. You will know him by his green leathers, his frightful skull, and the tokens he leaves behind. Burn frond, a razor-sharp arrow of wood elf make, and the corpse of one who would assault our people. Once he is summoned, no one can escape his wrath. On the day of smoke and summoning, the sacred deer must die. On the day of the ghost fury, our enemy must die. That is inevitable, such is the way of things in Y'ffre's domain. Did that not count? Didn't count? Oh, the Lance Journal. To oblivion with this place. When we left Gratwood, Father said we would find fortune and blessings here in Somerset. Ah, all we found is stuck-up longlegs, shoving us around and treating us like dogs. We work in the vineyard for practically nothing, a scant handful of gold each. It's hardly enough to live on. We hunt just as we did before, but these deer are skittish and lean. There's a hex on the beasts here. They give us a mouthful of meat and bones too flimsy to make anything useful. The only thing that makes it bearable is Farrell. By Y'ffre. She's the most beautiful creature I've ever seen. She has wide eyes like butter chestnuts, swan's neck, and ears sharp as wolf's teeth. Let me put it down here in ink. I will marry that girl. If I can earn her fancy, all this will be worth it. Damn that beast, chapter 2. How many chapters? 4. Damn that beast, Halamorian. Farrell came to me in tears last night. She said that lecherous bastard grabbed her and damn near tried to force his forked tongue down her throat. Mark me, I'll have that mongrel's head in my stew pot by year's end. Chapter 3. Can't believe it. Then must have heard my prayers. While I was out hunting, came upon the Ghost of the Green. The real Ghost of the Green. Not that imposter the High Elves caught years ago. He gave me a set of leathers, a mask, a bow, and quiver. and told me to kill as he would. I can scarcely believe it, but it's true. I am the ghost of the green, and I will have my vengeance! I thought it would be satisfying to kill Halamorian. I thought it would heal the Pharaoh's wounds and set things right. But now, I have such doubts. I looked down at him writhing there in the dirt and felt such a weight on my chest. I could hardly breathe. I never should have done this. What would my mother think if she found out? I need to think. Ask forgiveness. Perhaps I can find it in the Red Temple. Going there now. Am I not able to collect this book for some reason? I guess not. We'll just leave it there, shall we? Bye! Don't think it's very important we update you with what you just discovered. Why would that be important? I do actually wonder. You know what? Let's get back and just find out if we can even tell her, shall we? It's kind of an important thing to let you know that you found evidence incriminating someone's son. I ran up a little quickly there, but...
I've said enough already. If you're finished here, please, just leave us in peace. And if you see my boy, tell him to come home.
About that... well... I'm sure it'll be fine. We won't have to tell her the bad news soon.
Bosmer cuisine is truly revolting.
You hear throwing up? Oh, it can't be that bad.
I bought us as much time as I could. I hope you found something useful.
Sealan definitely killed Halamorian. The journal says as much, incriminating him, but it appears he was following the orders of another Green Pact man.
A shrine? There's an old shrine to Ifre west of here, the Red Temple. But from what Tarnamir told me, people rarely visit. Filled with wild animals or some such. I only know of one entrance, a cave nearby. Follow me.
Interesting you only know of one entrance, because it's actually like a genuine building, but... oh, very close by, look at that. Oh, bye. Red Temple Catacomb. Seems weird the Bosmer would hide away that temple to Ifri in some cave. Figured it would have been better to have it out in the trees.
We should split up. Don't want this little scamp slipping out behind us. I can handle this gap easily. You search the other hall.
That's kind of cheating, but alright. Also, we should split up is a total death knell for one of the characters and yeah, okay, gonna die. Bloodcrab killed Spider. Hope you're enjoying that, okay?
No, wait! I did everything you asked! I just can't anymore! I'm not a killer! I only wanted to protect Farrell!
Oh.
We could have worked such terrible wonders together. Pathetic. You, though, you're perfect. Tell Lorne her past is hunting her present. Yes, tell her that.
Oh. A tool for a Bosmer? Would you like a potion?
What's happening? Am I...
Could offer a restoration spell. I am a Templar healer, by the way. No, so yank the arrow out, bit of divine ritual.
The ghost recruited me, said he needed me. He gave me the costume, told me to kill as he would. Halamorian hated us, was going to kill us. I know it, after what he did to Fariel.
The Bosma girl that was murdered behind the tree? So you don't know?
Fariel is dead. Oh, divines. You've cursed me, haven't you? I only shot Halamorian, I swear it. Fariel was so kind. I wanted Halamorian to pay. I thought the Ghost of the Green was a hero. I wanted people to see me that way.
You sure you don't want a potion?
Never saw his face. He never said his name. I didn't need to know. I'd read the stories. I believed in him and he saw something in me. I never... Mother... I'm sorry.
That's a no on the potion, then? Yeah, that's a no. Well, we're still taking the hour, apparently. Thank you. Guess we just leave. Ah. Interesting. There's puff. He a puff of smoke and disappeared. Hey, right. Oh, big crab. Well, I have my new suspicions now. We've seen a character just very recently disappear in a puff of smoke. Oh, do we have a moored cart? Yes. So, probably safe to say, Soraville didn't disappear to be murdered. Oh, Soraville! Fancy seeing you here.
I was too slow. Damned Mer slipped right past me. Tall for a wood elf, and quick as a spooked hare. So, it really is the chief's son.
I did think tall for a wood elf, but, not exactly. The chief's son died, killed by that second Ghost of the Green I mentioned earlier.
Wait, what? What do you mean, another Ghost of the Green? The journal you showed me, did Kellan kill Halamorian or not?
Did you read the journal? Yes, but he said he was reporting to another Ghost of the Green. I told you verbally.
What about the wood elf girl, Fariel? Did he kill her too?
He didn't even seem to know she was dead.
Yes, show her the arrow immediately. Perhaps she can compare Kellan's blood to the blood on Fariel's sickle. At the very least, we'll be able to determine if Kellan killed Fariel. I'll be along as soon as I'm able.
Well... not so sure anymore. But you don't think it's her? No, definitely was like a male. Oh, what beautiful luck! Twice in a row. That is amazing luck. An exemplary infused ring, sadly. We've already got one of those. Oh, speaking of that, we need to find Triune. I'd like to go find a Triune ring before we log out today. Dragonthorn. Shooter Stone. A lucky day for being out crafting. Honestly, a string of luck along this road. Imstool, Dragonthorn. Watch, we'll have some Blessed Thistle in this patch here actually, won't we? Well, they're not that close to an Imstool. Wormwood! Really is a lucky day. I think that might be... I need to teach myself how to spot Nightshade. It used to be so much easier. Old Nightshade models from the earlier Elder Scrolls games were bright purple, vibrant violet, beautiful giant flowers you could not mistake. Really tiny in here though. Really one of the hardest to spot plants in the whole game. Even Blessed Thistle I think is easier to spot than Nightshade sometimes. Alright. Oh, what a hole. Dragonthorn. Impstool. Buddha Stone. Now, back to this. I've forgotten. What did we come back to say? Oh yeah, there's been like murders more
You're back.
too.
And not a moment too soon. Do you have something for me?
We investigated your weird wood elf orphanage that you've got here. Apparently he was reporting to a second Ghost of the Green that was remarkably tall for a Bosmer.
A second ghost. I suspected as much. And he killed this Kellan with that arrow? Another high elf hunting arrow, like the one that killed Halamorian. Kellan had motive. This second ghost provided the costume, the weaponry. But why?
I'm getting the hunch either yourself or Soraville are going to be able to answer this, but whoever it was said your past is hunting your present.
So, this isn't about Halamorian. It isn't about the Wood Elves or Altmer prejudiced. It's about me. It's always been about me. I knew it. I knew this was too convenient. I also knew the Mer who killed Faril couldn't be this Kellan.
Suppose you knew they were sweet on each other then, did you?
I just finished experimenting on the blood from Faril's sickle. It was Altmer blood. This second ghost isn't some wood elf zealot. He's a high elf like me. I moved the bodies to Tarnamir's manor. We should... maybe we missed something.
Wait, how many bodies? We're up to 3, right? But... So, high elf blood, not Bosmer blood. So it's not a Bosmer, impersonating a high elf pretending to be the Green Lantern, not the Green Lantern. It's actually a high elf trying to frame the Bosmer and just, I guess, being terrible using his own crafted arrows. You said you had bodies piled in a manor? Oh, off she goes, right, well. What crime are we about to witness? Hold on, please. It's actually a little concerning. The last thing you said to me was you have bodies piled in this manor. Oh, Jessica Averill. You don't think you could help out? Bailiff Taldigan? Well, at least we have some officials here beside yourself. Where's Tarnamir again?
What?
Why are we here?
This place has been... What happened here? Oh no. No. Tarnamir? Tarnamir, are you here?
Oh.
Tarnamir? No. I can't.
Okay. Whose house is this? Why are they all... What?
Just give me a moment. I need to process this. Have to keep a clear head.
Right. Where are we? Why did you say you moved bodies here, and why are you shocked that there are bodies here? Maybe I'm just not understanding something yet. The Myomore of Pyodonia. Look at that. Oh, okay. Some key points I think that should be fairly important here. The building is surrounded by officials. There is so little chance that anyone is getting in or out of this building that does not have the ability to access it, that it is almost stupid to think it wasn't someone... This has to be an inside job now. She's acting it up. Dawn is acting it up quite a bit at this. It was at Sorrowville. Good lord, scared me, Amber. Assuming Lorne isn't acting, that means it has to be Sorrowville. We've had no other names dropped in reference to the case 10 years ago, and the only other twist would be the retired Justicar.
You found something?
Luvine. Are you composed?
This is a message. Everything in this room. It's all meant to tell us something. What's that on the wall?
Luvine. I'm not actually sure what language.
Elevane is another name for the Helus owl. Elevanes lay their eggs, then abandon them. We use that word to describe people who are cold-hearted or aloof. And then there's the bodies. Arranged to mimic Mara's cross. This is about love. Intimacy.
Are you sure you're not reading too much into the Mara's cross part? The plus sign to me. We have maths in the secondary, right? Mara's cross, sorry, you were saying?
Or more likely, someone I failed to love. There's only one suspect left. A Mer with means, motive, and deep understanding of the ghost of the Green.
It sounds like you're not talking about yourself. Oh, the prompt literally says Sorrowville.
No. It can't be. The ghost of the Green ruined Sorrowville's life, just as he ruined mine. If not for the ghost, Sorrowville's wife would likely still be alive. I have to know. I'm sorry for what you're about to see. Auriel, forgive me.
Can we go back a dialogue? There's only one person who it could be with knowledge of everything. I suggested Sorreville, and you basically preached to his innocence. Who were you thinking of?
Stand back, and I'll show you. You already saw how Kellan died. Now, we'll see the others.
What's this? A tiny ghost of a green? Ha! Run along, well, before.
What have I done?
Kellan definitely killed Halamorian. Now, Faril.
Who are you?
I'm afraid you've seen too much. You poor thing.
Sorreville was observing Kellan when Faril saw him. She slashed him with her sickle before he overpowered her.
So it is you. Shame on you.
The shame is Lorne's, old Mer.
Very
Now she'll
true.
have your death on her conscience, too.
No, Sorreville. This is you and you alone.
Give my regards to my loving wife and Lorne's degenerate husband. Lorne? I know you're watching, Lorne. Now that I've broken your spirit and you've broken your vow, come to the place where my wife is buried. There, I will break your body.
I am fairly certain whatever we just saw is grossly illegal. Like to report a crime?
This winery keeps drawing tourists for all the wrong reasons. On your way, newcomer.
Excuse me. I would like to report a crime.
Hail.
Oh. Okay. Literally none of the Justicars care about what just happened. Gonna hush hush shove it under the rug like they did 10 years ago with 17 murders. Oh, a log.
How could he blame me for this? Is it not enough that I lost my husband? Damn him. His wife was buried here. This is where we'll find him.
Well, I guess you'd like to know that I tried reporting your crime and no one seemed to care, so you seem to be off the hook.
You're sticking by my side. Even after I used that death memory ritual. I appreciate that, Admin. Truly. I suppose I owe you a bit of an explanation.
Well, you're gonna pay me and cut ties. That's also an acceptable outcome. Really, I don't mind. You haven't paid me yet.
I told you how the ghost of the Green killed my husband. Sorville's wife, my husband's lover, was overcome with grief. I think she truly loved him. As soon as she heard the news, she climbed into the wash tub, opened her wrist, and died.
So this is a revenge for that?
Not for that. For what came after. Sorreville wanted us to mend each other's wounds. Perhaps even fall in love and make a life together. I just couldn't. I focused on the work and pushed him away. He grew detached, bitter. Now, I need to stop him.
Alright. Well,
Come, let's put an end to this.
isn't exactly how I thought it was going to turn out, to be fair. Where are we going? It's the other side of the Red Temple catacombs, remember? There's a whole shrine here that Soroville should have known about, because it's the graveyard of where his wife was buried. I wonder if that's like a... I don't think you can interact with the tombstones. There's probably very little way you can forward read that. Wait, no.
Soroville, I know you're here. What do you want from me?
Oh, Lorne, I've already taken so much. Your teacher, your honor, your pride. There's only one thing left for me to take. Your life.
Soroville. Don't worry about me. Go. We can't let Soroville escape again. Don't worry about me. Find Soroville. Go!
You'll be fine. Could have done this for the Bosma boy, but I apparently didn't think of casting any of my healing AoEs for him. You're standing rather proudly for what amounts to a fancy zombie. Oh. You're not zombies? Tiny little treasure. Welcome in, A-Royals. How are you doing? This evening? I think it's... Oh, hello. Quite a bit of armor in here. Helmet, a shield, and braces. Two more. You know, that seems just like death. Ah. Secret passageway. I actually missed this. You guys got spiders. Oh! Actually, you know what? We can just go off the edge. What? Get back down! Spider climb back up the ledge again. "9:20 p.m. here." Oh, there. Apprehension week. How's it going with me? I actually am going to be winding down soon. I was only meant to be streaming till 5 in the morning, but because I started so late, it's a really short stream. I don't know if an hour, what are we up to? 2 hours would probably be well. That might be our genuine shortest stream. Short answer is I'm doing well, but I do have to think about getting to work in the morning. So, we'll probably finish off the last of this quest. I thought we were done with you guys. We're almost done with the quest here, and we'll see if we can find someone that started streaming radar too. So, you after all, Sorrel. Oh, okay.
The ghost of the Green's final victim. Time to die, Admanen.
I mean, that sucks that you, like, your motivations are a little wonky. This is just purely out of vengeance, I'd guess. Oh, we didn't need him alive, did we? Did we? I hope not. It's going to be a little hard to explain. Just murdering the suspect if we needed him alive. Thorn! So I guess you're innocent after all.
Sorrel. Is he... He is. It's done then, isn't it? I knew he wouldn't come quietly. In the end, I bear the blame. A killer. Right beside me, and I didn't see it until more lives were lost. I'm glad you are here, Adminin.
Honestly, I do just want to say, hold it with the disappearing dust effect as he got over the ledge and then disappeared off the statue. Like, as I was walking away, it clicked. It's like, isn't that the same thing he just used to jump across the gap? But, no, we didn't need him alive. You'll vouch, Lorne. There was no option. We had to do this.
I will be.
Oh, thank you.
The arrow struck near my collarbone. Sorrel was a gifted marksman. Maybe he couldn't see as well through the mask, or it was nerves. Or maybe he didn't really want me dead after all. Just one more question I'll never have answered.
Right. Well, I guess technically a mystery is solved and we know who the killer was. We brought them to justice. Where do I have to see about being paid for my role here? This was a paid position, right?
One more thing, if you're willing. I'm certain that Soraville never spoke to Kellan's parents, given that this was all his scheme to begin with. They lost their son, and they don't know why. It was you that avenged him. You should tell them that.
How honorable of you to give me the Outmary Dominion flag wrapped up, folded.
I just need a moment here alone. Ironic that this came to a head in such a holy place. Maybe I can find some absolution here. Or at least some small measure of peace.
Pray to Ifri, do you?
He did. Perhaps I deserved it. But all those people, an innocent girl, a naive young Mer, a dear friend. They paid the price, while I still live. I don't know if I'll ever make peace with that.
Vice over too, it seems pretty harsh.
You're right, I suppose. I just wish I had been better. A better Jurisreeve, a better wife, a better friend. Maybe I could have prevented all this. I'm sorry. Thank you for your kind words. I will try to take them to heart. You have my word.
I don't think I've genuinely heard high elves sound more non-genuine than that sentence. But it is kind of true. Definitely indirectly, but nonetheless. She was... Oh well, I can't say the cause for all of this. Because the first time around, I think it might have just been like a regular murderer. We never actually find out what the original Green Man's motivation was. I wonder how long the Three Banner War has been going on. Because the last guy was a decade. Where are we going, by the way? Ah, we're going back to the Bosmer orphanage so that we can tell the parents, finally, where their son disappeared to. So glad that that's part of my duties as the outsider. God, I am starting to yawn my head off here, too. Hopefully I should
He's
be...
my son!
Ooh.
I deserve to know what's going on.
I don't. I am sorry. But the prosecution is still examining his body. We will release his remains to you as soon as we can.
Body? Oh, so you've already told her. Oh, you know the news.
You? I remember you. Please, you have to tell me what's going on. My son never came home. And now they tell me he's... They won't even let me see him. What happened to my boy?
So what happened is, you remember Soraville, right? The Justicar that came earlier? Turns out he was impersonating the Green Pact Goblin Man. And Mr. Green Man over there basically gaslit your son into performing a murder. Then he got the Green Pact Goblin Man that hired your son. He got like weirdly maniacal? I think I'd say maniacal. Just started murdering witnesses. Instead of allowing Kalen to take the fall, took someone out. Got his own blood on the crime scene. And that was literally the only reason we even caught him. We managed to find a journal from your son. I thought about telling you earlier. Just walked out of the house. Didn't seem appropriate. But we found your son praying to Y'ffre, and the Green Goblin Man showed up and shot him with an arrow. I could have cast a healing spell, but he didn't say yes, and I wasn't, need permission to do these things. You can't just give unprovoked healing to someone dying on the floor. That would be rude. But, nonetheless, I stole the arrow from his body, and that was how we caught the murderer, Soraville. He also kind of outed himself The other Justicar performed a crime against nature and probably upset one of the Aedra in doing so, resurrecting some kind of spirit out of the bodies to find out that it was Soraville. So we had a indirect... Oh, what would you call that? An indirect guilty plea? What do you call that? Where they just say they're guilty? Either way, long story short, he's dead. Definitely don't take this as a loss in faith in any of the High Elf Justicars when two of them are completely, indirectly, and directly to blame for your son's murder.
Ifre's mercy. How could you? Why didn't you save him?
You didn't say yes.
Damn this place. Damn the prosecution. Here, take this thing. I found it under Kellan's bed. I never want to see it again. I never want to see you again. God help me.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
A hard thing to witness. There are rarely any happy endings in this line of work.
I'm so glad you
just
come by
have
to
to
be
remember
learned.
that things would be much worse had you not been here. That matters.
You know, you don't want to talk? Well, understandable. Have a nice day. Guys complain a lot. I think you should just kill everyone. In a better world, I would be able to. I remember the days when you could kill a very important character in Morrowind and you would just get the text screen pop up that says, with this character's death, something, 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 you buggered up, please reload to continue the main storyline. Paraphrasing a little bit, but you get the gist. Now, well, go back to your basket. I'm pressing all the wrong button. Oh no! The Green Lantern, not the Green Lantern Man, struck again. It wasn't Soraville after all. It's solve a crime scene, leave another completely unrelated random crime scene, and just be like, weird. Guess you didn't catch the guy. We need to head this way. How much did we get paid? 100 septims for a Andar whittling knife. And the ghost skull cap. Rippon's ferocity set. I'm totally inconsolable, but here, take this. Yeah.
Come on, Alamar. Pull yourself together.
It is kind of weird that the despotic mother... That doesn't seem like the right word. Despotic? Beside herself? I gotta Google the definition now. Despotic definition. No, she was not tyrannical. Did I misspell it? Well, we'll just go with the long form. It seems weird that a mother who was completely beside herself with grief was the person who paid out that quest line, considering I was technically officially hired by the High Elf Justicars. But just like the High Elves, to not actually pay anyone and expect them to work for free.
My aching head. Where in Oblivion am I? Yes, that's right. This is Russafeld. I came here to buy some wine. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, don't tell me I lost them.
Good luck. Sure, you'll find them. back to hunting rivers. If I can do one last thing before I head off, it is going to be trying to find a barnacle in a riverbed. I may or may not explain that further in context in a little while. Depending entirely on if I find a barnacle in a riverbed. If I don't, well, that's it. No context further provided. Ooh. No, that's an animal. Oh, that was a mushroom. So we have a riverbed here. Ooh. Lorcan's tears. Thank you. Up ahead, the portal to our town. I think the small town we're at has any pyres. Nor do I think this.
Enchant something with that? Can I what?
The silhouette for the skyline doesn't fit either. Looking. The runestone. Another runestone. I feel like... So, I'm looking for a barnacle. Barnacles normally grow by the sea. I feel like that's going to be a defining factor here when it comes to actually finding this. So, let's actually look at it. We need trophies, and I need Somerset Treasure Map 2. Barnacle, dead center on the screen. We have grass at our feet, and it is a rather wide river with some rocks on either side. It could be facing inland, and the only thing that's throwing me off is the barnacle. Some of these rocks do look like coastal rocks, but the grass here, the barnacle, and the clear... Actually, that silhouette there is fairly well defined. Can you see my mouse? Yes, silhouette there. It's fairly well defined. Almost like a dead tree trunk. But the key factors here, the barnacle in the center, along a riverbed, grass at your feet, and you've got some kind of town over here with a peak tower spike. Giant spire. Behind that, tree line, and what looks like some kind of mountaintop, but it could also be a distant tree line as well. Barnacle makes me think we're likely going to have to go to the coastline. Rivers at the coastline in the vicinity of areas that would have spires. Well, this would include here. There's a fairly wide area. It's almost wide enough to think it might not actually be a river. But you can see both sides of the river. The only question is whether or not it's facing inland or out to sea. I think it's facing inland based purely on the fact we have what looks like a dead tree over there. But we're south here. I don't think we have... Probably very little chance we're going to find anything further this way. But the only harm from not looking is possibly missing the location entirely. It will be thorough. I found how I found Haldorans on this 6-month reverse boss run was being thorough. Don't ever discount being thorough. Make sure you actually check all of your bases. Cover all of your bases. Because it's always the one stone you don't overturn that's the place you need to look. Let's hope there's water down here. Oh, ponds. Probably not over here. And I don't see any. One of the key factors that keeps throwing me off is the barnacle, which is why I'm thinking we need to head out to sea or towards the coastline somewhere. Well, we'll clean up here and do exactly that. Is also appearing to be in a small little... It's like a river valley. Cut out. We have that area there. This area over there too. Technically, we also have that area there. When we're going with mouth of the river facing inland theory, we need 3 locations I don't think I've picked. We do have another town further to the direct west though, so head all the way over there. I have cleared this one. It's definitely not this river. We do have another mouth. No, I don't think that's it, right? Well, let's just pick one and try and find it. Look how Springbok leap. Ruby Ash. Honestly, I hate to say it, seeing all the Springbok here does make me want to go back and try Quicker and Hunter. After all of the sightseeing tours you've been on in Finland, actually, it's kind of a nice motivator to just go out and wander around some of the other places we've got in Hunter. Big, giant opening. Probably a bit too close to the town, so... we'll head south to the Way Shrine. What else are we doing? I guess we'll head... there. Logging on to ESO when there aren't a lot of people in line. One of the best ways to hold crafting materials though. So many people, like in the downtime, you realize how many crafting nodes are around the place. You can barely get 15 feet without running into something accidentally, let alone if you're actually hunting for them. Those are rook towers from chess. So we would need to head... if it's facing inland, and that has a spire, you wouldn't see a mountain. I guess it has to be here. We'll travel this way then. The opposite. It'd be really nice to be able to cross this treasure list off my map. Another Sijic portal. Fight for this one though. I'm gonna go get this log instead. And fight the thing. You're really aggroing me still. What I thought. There's private thought. Oh my word. Got it just in time to see it disappear. Oh well. Did we have another river we wanted to check? Not really. I suppose if we don't find anything here, we'll call it. But short of finding other spires randomly jotted about the map, I don't really know where else we would go. I don't even like there's spires in the vision here. There's actually a mountain range blocking us from seeing the city. Oh, there's... okay. There's a spire.
Ah, this one has been looking for you.
Hey, Raz. Be back in a minute. Right. So if there's the spire, I'm gonna follow this a little way and find out if we can. Just the barnacle, that's all we need. We need a barnacle and we're set. After all, I'm up. The yellow thing I can scry. You know, I haven't even been keeping track of my skill points actually. How many do we have? None. Right. Good. No, that's fine. I didn't need any. Scries, patience, lessons, any action. It's not scrying we need. No, it is scrying we need. It's Antiquary Insight. We need level 5 to do that yellow thing we just found. Which is going to take both a lot of time grinding scrying skill and a couple of skill points to actually assign to that. We're getting too close for that to even be the thing I'm seeing. Black Cup, Dragonthorn. Why don't you just find little tiny pockets of alchemy stuff? I really should keep a better eye out for Columbine. It's probably like the third most difficult to see, but if I can work on spotting that, then I can start doing it naturally and focus on Nightshade and Blessed Thistle a bit more. I actually feel like I find more Blessed Thistle than I do Nightshade. Columbine. There's a tower. Let's... The barnacle. There's a little tower over a tree line, lower than the rest of the city. All we need is that barnacle and we'd be set. Actually, almost right here. It does actually almost fit, but there's no barnacle. If I need to find a river with a barnacle, I'll just go along the coastline until I find something with a spire within vision of any of the coastlines. So far, there's only been 2 places I've found where I've gone, oh, this could be it. This is one of them. So at this point, we've gone too far up the river and we have to turn back. No barnacles up the river. Seems like there's no barnacles down the river. One of the few certainties that we actually have is that there must be a barnacle somewhere. I think next time I'm on, I'm going to change my searching strategy. We're going to stick to the coastline. The coastline is where the barnacles spawn. We can't find a combination of the two, we're just going to have to find the first. Some kind of lake. In a little tiny lake cut valley. I broke a lockpick there. I didn't. I unlocked the chest. Okay. Good. There's 2 things I could do. I feel like the first one is going to be finding tiny little areas where there's a single spire. Not a whole town. It might pay to check. We've got the area down here, and it might just pay to check that there's no towers nearby that actually have spires. We've got this area here called Sunhold, which may actually have a spire. What trap does Sunhold? Doesn't look like it.
Ah, this one has been looking for you.
Alright, well... No luck. I'm gonna go park myself in High Isle ready to do my crafting daily writs, unless they're already ready. In which case I'll go finish them. And I think I'm gonna call it, because I do need to be up for work tomorrow. Music's hype, isn't it?
Over here, friend. No rest for the weary.
Right, down we go. Oh, they're ready. Alrighty. We need a dagger. Not a dagger, great sword. A diet. Gonna make it Breton style. Sabatons and corn. One Inferno, one Lightning, and one Staff. Standard Ruby Ash. Breton style today. Up for Clodia survey. Do we have anything pinned through the crafting section? We'll have to wait 22 hours, so hey, by the time I get back from work tomorrow, that should be done. Perfect timing. Oops. Helmet. A sash. Esther NL, welcome in. How are you doing this morning? What do we need? Damage, stamina, poison. Really want to use flash cover, but we have so much. That does the job. 3 spider eggs! Those are expensive! Lastly, we have some enchanting today. I don't know. We'll see if we can finish the... if we do get a master rip today, see if we can finish that as well.
Rogero Oko.
I think that was everything. That one's for later. I need to genuinely, next time I log in, I probably won't do this on stream because I kind of need a browser open for Tamiola Trade Center. But I want to try and find a Ring of Triune. I'm going to need it tomorrow because the research will be done on my jewelry station and I want to get Triune started. Honestly, I'll see if I can find, I've got an instant one-day all research. Probably wouldn't be too bad, but the one day doesn't really knock much off when you're doing your second to last research item. 1250 still some endeavor. The scroll. Is it superior or what? Oh lord, can I actually not afford the research scroll? Instant all the research. By one day. I actually got my hopes up it would actually instant do it all. Major Gold Coast experience scroll. So I am short 750. It's fine. Honestly, it still might be quicker to grind out Tools of Endeavor at this rate. Craft 5 items. Group boss. 5 fallen plate. Excavate a couple of gold quality antiquity. We can do. Okay, what's the weekly though? 15 antiquities? Or 3 trials. I'm gonna do 3 trials because that's actually fun. Just doing a bit of stream hopping. I wanted to send a bit of love from the office. Hope I'm doing. I am doing well. Oh, you know what? We should head back into the Bayside Artisan. We'll see if we get any master writs from some of these containers. I hope you're doing well though. Doing some busy work before we end up today, actually. No items. You have a couple. I'm not gonna busybody around with my bank and sale items today. Brand's repair, shipment of ingots, and rubidite sword. Maybe we'll scrap some stuff that we don't actually need for research. Bravo's best beet risotto. Francis coffer. Hey! Jackpot! Another cooter. We put 4 of those up for sale, I think, yesterday. And we've got 5 back already today. And a Steward Enchanting Writ. Livia's Satchel. And the Alchemist Vessel 7. No Alchemy Writ, but... there we go. Masterful glyph. We need a truly superb glyph of increased magical harm. Full order. How much is it paying? Just the one?
Raporo, Magdari, Huta.
I suppose if we're not going to be back for another 20 or so hours. As long as it doesn't cost too much. I'll port out and port back. Do I still have raspberry? No. I kinda want to sneak Amriel Trade Center. Need that ring for tomorrow. There's one in Gratwood. I want to know about it. I do apologize. Porting into Gratwood Capital while loading Tamil Trade Center on Steam browser is not going to be kind to the friends. Apparently a trio necklace averages about 30,000 septums, and I don't see any rings posted in the past hour. Ring. Search. My Steam overlay crashed for a second there. Alright, let's get out of Gratwood Capital so we can get some frames back. Let's head over to the guy and in our Enchanting Route. I may have crashed. Bonding. Oh no, it's responding now. Good. Oh, do I need to refresh my stable stuff? Did I do that? Six hours. Oh, come on. Tamriel Trade Center literally says waiting for ads to load. The ads are what kill it. The website runs fine with ad block enabled, but it hemorrhages all my program frames. Makes my computer slow. I don't mind supporting the thing, but I also don't have a lot of money to put towards the website. I was awesome. I'm just gonna refresh the search. Apologize for that stuttery mess. Radwood's normally not that great at the best of times. None of the capital cities usually are. I really do want to see 40,000 right now for an exemplary Triune ring. The Coppin ring at the Vardenfell Camel Smugglers. Everything is 40,000 or more. Oh, there is no way that's still for sale. Ring of Resonance for 1,000 at Reach, Markov. Radwood, Elden Root, Rookies with Cookies for 60,000. 2 of them. We gotta try for the Reach Markov then 42 minutes ago, but there's no way that's actually still... No one has slept on
Most
that,
clients
surely.
don't like to be kept waiting.
7 crafting.
None of us.
Not terrible. Alright, paying a little extra coin. Off is this way. Solitude. Or have I forgotten where Markov is? Reach, right? Yeah, Markov. 1,000 gold! 30,000, but I still haven't made my money back since I wasted it all buying jewelry. Who are we looking for while we load in? We are looking for Spring Rose Merchants. 42 minutes ago, it's a Ring of Resonance for 1,000 septims. If I can get that, absolute jackpot. I could also filter by... So I can filter by amount of price. 1, 2... I'd say 10,000. I will pay 10,000. That'll load in. We need something rose. Markov looks a little different. Website loading. It's just cut out all my audio, has it? Where are we? Guild traders, we ran away from them. That's right, they're actually in here where you spawn in. We have the way shrine with them.
Be off, Reeker! Ard Kaddock refuses to see you. Now go! Before I gut you.
The Ard needs to hear what I have to say, my friend. It is imperative that we speak.
Who are you with? Chronicles of the Moon? Spring Rose.
I am not sure Ard Kaddock dances.
I need... Thousand septims. I need that magnifying glass. We've passed 1,000 septims. Someone... I knew no one was gonna sleep. Rune! It was still here. People slept on it. Beautiful. With jewelry this cheap, though, I wonder if I still have a bit of resources here. Okay, the exemplary stuff we cannot disenchant. How much money am I willing to spend here? Let's go 500 and below, because I can only buy 25 rings at 1,000. All of this stuff left, right? It's fine. But let's get Ring of the Tree. Platinum spell cast. Witch Knight Amulet not collected. Another Ring of Trainee. Platinum Ring of Reduce. This price might just kind of go down the list. A little greedy, collecting resources like this. And that one. Got some cheap stuff here though. What's a honing stone? We have 118. Increases from normal to fine and blacksmith. 40 garnets. What I really need that isn't that cheap. Currently it matches the price. One item, one sale of 5 items past 2 months for 20k. The Bonanza price listing is 3 items. 3 listings, 5 items. 23,540. Suggesting 20k, averaging 26. 23, I guess, is just average. But I need this for... oh, this is for infused. What do I need for Triune? Protective, Harmony, Bloodthirsty. Triune is a Dawn Prism. Great. Apparently that one's more expensive. Yay! Good thing I don't have 30 of those. Master Crafting Writs purchase at the market. Max Magic by 19. Right. There's 40k. Bonanza listing for 39. 44 sales for 44 items in 30 days. How do I get a Dawn Prism? That's a problem for another time. I am already upset. Pulverize Rebellion. Well, we got what we came for. The way shrine is right here. You have a sigil stone following you around. It's not. Anyone else any questions? Back to... our final resting place of the day is going to be the Artisan... what's the name of the shop? Not Belcarth Artisans, is it? Thank you, Tampio Trade Center. Thousand septums for a Triune research tomorrow is going to be beautiful. The only pain left is going to be waiting it out, but I have to use the 20 days or whatever it's going to take to research Triune is what I need to do to find out how to get the crafting material required. Which, I suppose, let's go have a look at that now. active. Harmony, Triune, unknown. Let's grab Triune. We bought so much jewelry just for crafting materials. That is so grubby. But for like under 500 gold a piece though. And you blame me for wasting money if it's a bargain? All I have to do is not scrap any with an eyeglass next to it and we're fine. I don't even know if there's anything here that's like a crime to scrap. They're so cheap. I'm kind of like, oh, I do. Searchable from exemplary items obtained by clearing conquest dailies in Cyrodiil. Great material purchased from war research. It actually tells you. Rich rewards in waterlogged Sijic satchels. Purchased from war researchers. Sijic portals. Gathering jewelry crafting resources. Purchasing from Rollis Lalu. Not the only way. Completing random dungeons through the group and activity finder. Completing weekly trials quest. There you go. What is a war researcher? A ring of resonance with a triune. Beautiful. Now the only thing we need is the necklace, but... Can I lock it and still research it? It's fine. We only need to keep it for a day, and I'm about to crash and go to work tomorrow. Get rid of everything without a spyglass. Leave those two. 3 slots taken up here. 12 hours left on the globes. 2 days, 2 hours on the hat, and 4 days, 19 hours on the... They do tell you. Rid rewards, Gunny Sacks, jewelry box. Found. Gathering, okay, so Nernhoned. Gathering cloth, ore, and wood resources known in Craglorn only. We're going to Craglorn only at some point. Next up, we have Craglorn. Rewards, gunny sacks, and jewelry boxes. All the way down. Why is jewelry crafting like the odd one out for being an absolute pain? All of these. Jewelry has its own trait resources. You're required to do like super specific things for them. But like, as far as the in-game benefit for jewelry, not that busted, is it? All of these, all the way down. I don't get it. But either way, I don't have to. We're most of the way there. We will be getting Triune ring tomorrow. And we just have to worry about the necklace, but that's not going to be for a while because it's like a multiple factor thing. It takes so much longer to get XP for jewelry crafting because you get less for disenchanting. You only get 1 research slot even when you're maximum leveled. And I wouldn't not be maximum leveled because with only 1 research slot you want to cut back on the time it takes. But then you have all of these traits that are completely unique to only jewelry crafting. Just for more researchers. That's better not be like a premium currency that requires me to do PvP. I've got a hunch. Let's see. We have alliance points, an event ticket. I'll have to look it up. What was it? A war... purchased from a war researcher. We'll find out. And then, I think that's a fair good place to end. I'm gonna log out on this links. Oh. Currently, I'm allowed to have HUD unless I turn HUD off. Loot. Not play emote because we're in a menu. Loot. Where I go to end stream, but I put on music right before ending. Or do this, where I play a loot in-game. Then I go to hit my end screen button. And I've got some silly music attached to my end screen button. Let's see if I can get away with this. There we go. Right. Who should we raid out to, though? Over to Twitch. Unfortunately, I'll stick around for a bit. But I will likely be raiding and running, because it is 5 in the morning. I do have to get ready for work in 6 hours. Oh lord, I better not sleep in. Shahoo Show's playing Valheim. Jonathan Raymaker is on Scrap Mechanic. And that seems to be the lot at the moment. Unless we go up to Room and Grey playing Soul Hackers 2. I think today it's going to be Jonathan Raymaker. He raided us yesterday, and I think he has to be next on my list of people we gotta go say hi to. I also do think his scrap mechanic stuff needs a bit more love. So... if you like the global emotes, we have a global emote message. If you've paid actual money for some reason, you get an angry board you can put in the middle. Or if you just want that gorgeous face for 100 channel points, you can purchase it from the channel points section. And I recommend replacing the animated one with Stinky Glitch, which is probably my favorite global emote. You can copy any of those if you've purchased the gorgeous board face there. I think it's BordBrain. It's actually called it's Board B Raid. There you go. I even named it appropriately all those months ago. I'll stick around for a bit. I'm actually going to copy the Stinky Glitch one. It is my personal favorite. Stinky Glitch is just my favorite emote. We'll be going to say hello. Stream up now, actually. Survival Episode 2. Let's get some wheels. It's been live for 35 minutes. This works out. But tomorrow morning in about 20 hours, I will be back from work and I will try to keep my schedule standard. So I don't know what we'll be doing, but I should be back this time tomorrow. And hopefully I'll see everyone then. Thank you for sticking around.